So this is where we are right now. We got Danielle and Carolyn as the traders that we have left over. I feel like I'm missing somebody that's been murdered. You guys get in the comments below. Let me know, who am I missing? Am I missing anybody that has been murdered? The people that have been banished are at the top. I don't think I'm missing nobody up there. But I just can't believe that Carolyn and Danielle are the traitors that are left standing right now. So we know last episode, Derek was already gunning for Rob, right? Um, and then Danielle and Carolyn got into it, and Wes ended up getting banished. And he told the group, fuck all of them. He's the greatest player or whatever. So it'll be interesting to watch the reunion when that comes up or whatever. But we left off as usual at the traders meeting. And so it's tense in there. And Rob wants he won't say who got the shield in his group. So they're talking about the last mission, and he won't say who got the shield in their group. Carolyn says that she got the one in her group or whatever. And then they start trying to deliberate who they're gonna murder that night or whatever. And Rob wants to go for Derek, and Carolyn wants to go for Sam, and they just can't agree once again. All right, so they decide on somebody, and so the group finds out at breakfast that Derek was the one that got axed. I cannot believe that Derek got out already. I thought he was gonna stick around for a long time because he's such a game player. I just thought he was gonna stick around for a long time, but we'll see what happens for him in the future. He's one of those players like Boston Rob that probably could get on any of these game shows or whatever. But he was the one that got sent home. They call it murdered, which I don't like saying that, but it is what they call it. So he got murdered. And so Gabby Gabby was sitting there at the breakfast table, and they were all, whenever they're sitting at the breakfast table, they're all like, "Oh my God, I wonder who's not gonna come in," and like people come in two and three at a time. And so Gabby was like, talking about Ivar, and she kind of thought he got murdered, and he was sitting right there at the table. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm dead." I had to rewind that shit. That shit was funny as hell. He totally, but somebody had just said that he's like a fixture, like a piece of furniture. He's just there or whatever. But she was talking about him right there in front of his face. It was so funny. Anyway, so Alan shows up and he tells them to, he throws Derek's picture on the ground, and then he tells them that they're gonna have to pair up for the next mission, and tells them to dress up and everything like that. So who knows what their next mission is gonna be, but so the housemates, they, as they usually do after the breakfast, they go around and they mingle. And so Dylan is talking to Rob. Dylan really trusts Rob. And he says to Rob that Derek left him some names. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to talk to him. And Rob and Brittany, they tell Tom about Brittany as well. So basically, when Derek left, he told Dylan that Brittany and Rob might be traitors. And so Tom walks up while Rob and Dylan are talking, and they tell him about Brittany might be a traitor as well. But they don't reveal that Rob was the other name that Derek gave. But, you know, anyway, Tom is finally on the right track. All right. Tom points out that it's a solid case. It's solid evidence against Rob. Tom is paying attention now. He was erratic at first. He was sweating at by the armpits, and now he's fine or whatever. So, Tom tells Dylan that he thinks Rob is the traitor. Everybody is. I mean, who knows who could go home next? All right. So their next mission, they have 27K on the line, but what they have to do. See, this is where I'm out of it. I cannot do anything near this, okay? What their mission is they have to hold hands for 8 minutes, right? Seems simple enough, but no, they have to hold hands inside a box where bugs and shit is going to be put inside. So they gave them some goggles, and they have to hold their hands in a box. And obviously the people who hold hands for 8 minutes, they are probably free, not probably, but they're free from being, up for murder. But As soon as I saw the goggles, I was like, "Oh, what is gonna happen?" So these people start coming and bringing up gifts because it's like a wedding theme. Everybody's dressed in like red and black. Oh gosh, the first thing was these giant millipedes. They look so disgusting. Okay, Dolores and Chriselle was like, "Nope, can't do it. No thanks. I'm out." The next thing they put in there with the giant millipede was a scorpion, and I'm guessing obviously it was a non-poisonous scorpion, but nonetheless, they put a couple of those in there. Then the kicker for me was they dropped a mixture, a cocktail of cockroaches, crickets, and mealworms on top of their heads. That's no. No, okay. Somebody was saying that it was dropping down their bra and something. Nope, nope, nope. And then the last thing they brought out was a huge snake. So anyway, 5 of the couples completed it, so they won 22.5K for the pot. And they even ended up having to do a tiebreaker or whatever. And the tiebreaker was that they had to like dig in this box of mealworms to find a ring. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Okay. Anyway, so then they had to ride back home in the car. Like, that just freaked me out. Like, I can't do it. All right, so they get back to the house, and Rob is already spinning a story about Brittany on the way back. All right, because at this point, it's a social game because they got a round table when they get back. So they get back to the round table. Dylan is telling the group about Derek giving him names. And, what always surprises me is who the traitors vote for. Carolyn and Danielle both voted for Rob again, which I was like, yo, if he makes it, he's definitely coming for y'all. But Rob really wasn't messing with them two. He was just trying to stay safe himself. So Carolyn and Danielle are going to take each other's heads off, okay? So Rob ends up getting banished, and I am shocked, okay? Rob ends up getting banished. Danielle and Carolyn are the last traitors standing right now, all right? But at midnight, they're going to do a face-to-face murder. Instead of meeting like they normally do, they're going to do a face-to-face murder. And the people that are up are Dylan, Tom, Chriselle, Dolores, Gabby, and Carolyn, all right? So when I guess they deliver this news, they're going to have to reveal themselves. And the person who gets murdered will know who the traitor is. But, you know, it's all pretty interesting. I wonder what they will do next, because this is episode 7. And what are they going to do to take us to the next level if they already having like face-to-face eliminations, okay? So obviously, they leave us with another cliffhanger. Who is surprised about that? All right. Anyway, Carolyn and Danielle, they meet, and Carolyn is trying to listen to what Danielle's saying. Danielle's trying to tell Carolyn that she got her back, but Carolyn's like, girl, I do not trust you. So like I said, they're going to take each other's heads off because like I pointed out in the early part of these reviews, Carolyn is all over the place, and it looks like Danielle really is all over the place too, because I don't know what her strategy is. Okay, I don't even know how they got to this point where her and Carolyn are the last traitor standing over Bob the Drag Queen and Rob, Boston Rob. Like, that's just so crazy how this game can go any way, right? That's the interesting thing of watching this game. You never know how it's gonna go. Like, you only know what you think, but you never know how it's actually gonna go, because when they sit down at that round table, like, the cases that people lay out on the line make those last minute decisions. Like, so it's like you never know who's gonna go. But anyway, I'll be here next week for the next episode. Get in the comments below and let me know your thoughts about this episode. Can you believe that Carolyn and Danielle are the last traitors standing? Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.